Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever it is in the world you're watching from. It's day 2 of the Muslim Wordsmith Writer Conference 2.0. I'm so excited to be here, and first I would like to tender my sincere apologies. We're a little bit late, but it was due to some technical problems that we haven't resolved yet, because as I speak, we are not live on Facebook, but I've sent a message to the Facebook folks to go and watch on YouTube. So I'm hoping that that would be resolved soon. So without further ado, I'm going to introduce our first guest for today, the third speaker for the conference, which is Umm Naml. I'm going to read out her bio now, and I'm going to invite her to go on straight to the topic. Now, Naml is the pseudonym for a Nigerian author whose birth name is Medinat Ize Musa. She resides in Kaduna with her family. She's originally from Kogi State, and she speaks Ebira dialect fluently. Naml is the founder of Naml Reads, which publishes an online magazine quarterly. Naml is an author of Muslim children books and adult fiction. She is a book editor and a literary coach for children. Now, Naml is going to be talking to us about how to master the genre of writing. She's going to talk about the benefits of doing that. So, Naml is here, and she prefers to speak without video. Naml, salamu alaikum. Salamu alaikum, Naml. Assalamu alaikum. Assalamu alaikum, Naml. Can't imagine what the problem is. I can hear. Can you hear? If you're watching, can you hear Naml? Because I can't hear her. And she says she's speaking, but I can't hear her. I can't hear her. I'm trying to see if Assalamu alaikum, Umm Naml. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, Umm Naml. No, she isn't muted. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. I can't hear. I can't imagine what the problem is. She's not muted. She's here. but I don't know what the problem is. Maybe
Come.
nah, alhamdulillah.
Okay. All right. I think it's technical issue.
Yes.
All right. So we can start now.
Naam, assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. So, Naml, Bismillah.
Wa alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقهوا قولي رب زدني علما أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. Inshallah, we're going to be exploring the benefits of focusing on a single literary genre. To do this, we will start by understanding what a literary genre is. Next, we will explore the types of genre and their subgenres. And finally, we will look at the benefits accrued to focusing on a literary genre and if these benefits outweigh the benefits of being a multi-genre writer, inshallah. But before deciding whether or not to focus on a single literary genre, the most important thing to ask yourself is, what do I want out of my writing passion? If you want to write for fun, then it's okay to explore as many literary genres as you desire. This will broaden your scope and creativity and will most importantly bring you the excitement and joy you want out of it. If you, however, desire to build a career out of your writing passion, then it is important and advisable to focus on a single genre, especially at the beginning of your writing journey. Although there are professionals that will tell you that focusing on a single genre will limit your creativity, and of course, this has its deserved truth. In a lot of professionals will also tell you that as long as you're a new writer, it's better to focus on a particular genre at the beginning. So the most important thing is to remember that your decision depends on your goal as a writer. So, what exactly is a literary genre? A literary genre is simply the different categories of books we read every day. Uh, Even though it is spelled as Genre, it is pronounced as genre. I'm particularly stating this because I know the spelling, the pronunciation is kind of um, it's kind of confusing for a lot of us, and we don't know whether to pronounce it as genre. In fact, I've heard very ridiculous pronunciations, but the right pronunciation is genre. Okay, so a literary genre has two big categories: the fiction and the non-fiction. So whatever type of writing you see out there, it falls under either of these two. These are the big categories of literary genre. When you hear fiction, what comes to mind is you already start thinking of a piece of writing that is based on pure imagination. So any writing at all that is not real falls under this fiction genre. Hence, we can actually say that subgenres of literary genre are
It seems Umm Naml's connection got cut off again. The tech is really not being nice this morning. Umm Naml's a connection got cut off again. Let me try and add her back to the stream and see if it will work. Yes, the sound went off. The sound went off, yes. I don't know what something happened to Umadamla's sound again. She's here, but I can't hear her as well. Let me see. Can't hear her. I can't hear her. Yes, we won't give in. We won't give in, inshallah. We won't give in. We won't give in. It's wallahu alam, because we're supposed to also go live on Facebook, but I don't know now the let me try again. We'll try to sort this out. Just please be patient with us. We're so sorry for this. I don't even know what's going on.
Assalamu alaikum. Can you hear me now, please?
Yes, we can hear you now.
Okay.
Alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah. We apologize for the technical issue. So we just continue from where we stopped last. So I was explaining that we have different subgenres um, of literary fiction. We have the realistic fiction, we have science fiction, drama, poetry, we have historical fiction, we have children literature. And I explained that children literature also has its own subgenres, like the picture book, the early chapter book, the teen fiction, fable, fantasy, fairy tale, etc. And picture book also has its own subgenre, like the board book and the wordless picture book and the rest. So the second type of category of literary genre is the non-fiction genre. So when we hear non-fiction genre, what comes to mind? A piece of writing that is based on facts. So true life experiences and events, things that actually happened. Like when we write the biography of someone, when we write the autobiography of ourselves, like when we keep diaries of our daily experiences, or a memoir of an event we want the world to know. So the subgenres for the non-fiction the subgenres for the non-fiction genre are biography, autobiography, diaries, memoirs, articles, essays, textbooks, and so on. So now that we know what genre means and the types and the subtypes, let's look at why it's important to focus on a single literary genre. First, being known for specific genre helps your readers identify and find you. Okay? So our readers know exactly what genre of book they want to read. And it's important for us to know this. They have this idea of what pleased them, well, what pleases them about the what pleases their fancy rather. Okay, so every time they go out there, they seek a particular type of book, a particular genre of book, and since they know this, they automatically start seeking out the authors for that are known for such books. So they want to be able to identify an author that can give them such a thrilling reading experience. For instance, as a reader, I want to know that if I'm looking for Islamic teen fiction, I can seek out Naima B. Roberts' books. If I'm looking for, let's say, adult fiction related to marriage, I can seek out Zakiya's books. If I'm looking for Muslim children books, or let's say Muslim children picture books to be specific, I can seek out books written by Aisha Marfani and so on. So every reader wants to know that, okay, this particular author has type of books I am seeking to read, or the type of book I'm seeking to get for my children and so on. So this gives your readers the confidence to stay loyal because they understand what you stand for. This is very important. Sticking to a genre of literature helps build a terrific fan base. You want to know that you have loyal fans, people that will stand by you and always wait, that can't wait for your next book to come out. So imagine that you read this amazing fable to your kids, which they loved. So much so that they keep disturbing you. Mommy, please get me more. Mommy, please, I want to read more of these books. And then you go to a bookstore or you browse online to see if there are more books of this genre from the same author, only to find books on historical adult fiction, middle grade science fiction, essays written by the same author. How would you feel? How do you think that your children will feel? Especially if this fable is like the only fable this author has written. That is one of the disadvantages of diversifying before you have fully grounded your brand. Okay, so it's actually absolutely normal that when things like this happen, readers feel disappointed. It's quite normal. So when a reader reads an amazing book, the first thing that he does is to look up more books from the same author. It's important for us to know this. We can actually understand this from our own personal selves. Every time we read a book that we really love, the first thing we do is what? We start checking, okay, this author, what other books does she have? If we don't find the other books as interesting, as captivating, or even in the same genre, we lose interest. Okay, so that's the same thing for your reader. As a writer, you need to know this. So so the thrilling feeling is, of course, as a result of the genre of book that they read. And if the genre changes, the feeling also dies. And it's important for us to also know this. So if they, however, find a different genre, chances are they won't even want to read it. Of course, there are exceptions. Some of your readers may be like, okay, well, I don't mind. As long as it's this author, I'll read it. And that's because we have people that are just loyal to the core. And once they read a book written by you, especially if it's very, very, very good, they don't even mind reading any other genre. But how many of our readers out there can be this loyal? To be honest, perhaps only 2% or 3% of our readers, in all honesty. So the most important thing for us to know is that we are trying to captivate the attention of our readers to make them loyal to us, to make them want to read more of our books. Another reasons why you should stick to a genre of book, especially at the beginning of your writing career, is that it helps you hone your talent into becoming a professional in the field. Yes, jack of all trades, master of none. So you want to start you want to start your career as a writer, okay, or an author, and you want to be a good one, a renowned one. If you're not specific, if you don't focus on a particular genre of book,
So um we lost Naml's connection again. So I think we're just going to end the broadcast now. Please, Qadarullah wa ma sha'afa. We apologize for the whole thing. I was really looking forward and was actually enjoying um, the the little we we heard from the broadcast. But inshallah, Naml, as she also tenders her apologies, and she has asked that if anybody is interested and would like to get the slides for her presentation, we'll be making that available. So I will see you in the next session, which is in about 40 minutes. In about 40 minutes, we'll be having Marwan on. So please accept our apologies, and I will see you in a bit. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.